Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why is there are no other coach on the internet that spends as much time on their clients, each and every single one of them, and in trying to understand how to help them achieve their manifestation goals. All the information for me is below. My coaching is unlike any other coaching on the internet. Reason why is because I coach mainly in audio exchange as well as telephone sessions. We talk as frequently as 2 to 3 times per week, especially in the beginning when I'm getting to know you. That is also a huge difference between me and other coaches. Most other coaches mainly coach, from what I understand, via a Zoom session, maybe once a week, or it's just text and emails. I quite frankly don't understand how you can achieve anything via text and emails, but that's another story for another time. Also, the Zoom session doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, because for me, the way I do my coaching is, for example, in the audio exchange package, first of all, I schedule a phone session with you, and I record that session with your permission, of course. And then later, after we hang up, I take extensive notes. This is the primary introduction, and you're explaining to me what you'd like to work on, where is the trouble area, or areas plural. After that, we start exchanging audios, and here's how that works. For those of you who are new or listening and not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe as well. You record an audio starting with your childhood. Each audio has to be 20-minute max. I receive the audio, I listen to it more than once, write down my extensive notes. I mean, you should see my notes. It's actually like 2 to 3 pages minimum per each audio. So I spend about 2 hours on that because I really want to hear everything you have to say, how you say it, what words you chose to say. To me, everything is really important to me because you're basically telling me your story. And my job is to really understand who is in my coaching so that I can help you achieve your results. I record an audio of my own analysis in response, and giving you further instructions to record, answering my questions. I usually have a lot of questions, obviously, and giving you instructions for the next audio. We basically map out your history, starting with childhood, going into adolescence, college years, etc., all the way up until now. Everything is really interesting to me. After that, this takes about a month, depending on the person's history, but honestly, it does take about a month. Usually, which is why I recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me. All right. So if you'd like to book the first month and then renew, that's fine with me. Again, you can do this on my website. You need to sign the coaching agreement upon booking and then contact me and let me know, when you'd like to schedule the phone session, and then we go and I let you know when we can do that and start our coaching. After we map out your history, essentially we go into work on beliefs, different techniques like forgiveness. It's individual. I tailor it. It's very personalized. I tailor it custom to every single client. It depends on what you're working on. And I don't just handle SP situations, by the way, parenthesis here. I deal with all sorts of healing, money, you name it, basically. It's not just career. Okay, it's not just about SPs, although there are a lot of people that are coming to me with that particular issue. However, it's kind of like funny, but the real issue is usually not SP at all. So the other package that is really popular on my website is the Phone Unlimited Deluxe. So this is for somebody who wants to be on the phone with me. Again, we talk 2 to 3 times per week. Each session is an hour. I record that hour. Then I go through it after we hang up. I take my extensive notes. Keep in mind, it's an hour versus 20 minutes in the audio exchange. The difference, of course, is that I'm on the phone with you, so I get to ask you questions. Nevertheless, I still need to take my notes to keep mapping out your history to really understand the best way to help you. Okay? In between, in both cases, it's you have access to me via text and email. No, it goes without saying. But it's basically the preference between, you being on the phone with me or you recording the audio. Now, I mean, it's just a preference for me personally. I would recommend, if you're starting out with me, that you get the audio package, because it's very, in the beginning, it's a very meticulous process. Okay, I really need to write down a lot, and I really need to kind of like analyze it step by step. But again, if you prefer the phone package, go ahead. The price is higher for the obvious reason that I have to go through an hour versus 20 minutes. And like I said, we talk 2 to 3 times per week. There are other packages on my website. There's like text only. There's a seminar as well. I've done a bunch of those already. It's up to 10 people via Zoom, or if you're in New York, mostly. And if you have any questions about any of what I just said, don't hesitate to email me. My number is also below. You can always text me and ask your question. Okay. In addition, if you'd like to book a session, an hour session, you can also do that on my website, and then make up your mind about signing up for monthly. But usually my personality and my style of coaching comes more than pre-advertised via my audios, and there are many on my channel, so it's only like 300,000 of them. I'm just exaggerating for effect, but there's I don't know, 290 of them now or something, like, I don't even know. But anyway, if you have any questions, please email me. Okay, the subject of today, I was actually going to record this much later, but I'm in between my meetings, and I really wanted to record this because I got really inspired. And usually when I'm inspired, I better grab my phone and start recording, because it's just going to be verbalized much better rather than waiting. So the subject of today is the magic trick that gets rid of your third party. Okay. I have a lot of these questions in my coaching, and a lot of questions, period, on the channel and via emails. I get a lot of emails all the time about third parties. It's like, it's a whole other kind of section of my coaching, really. And the thing that I really wanted to communicate that to all of you who are listening in is that you're over glorifying the situation. You're kind of like, it's almost like the scary monster that you're afraid to look at. Well, first of all, you created this, right? You know what I'm going to say, that you created it. And so you're intimidated by your own fucking creation, which is absurd, right? So if somebody left you, or they have another person in their life, or it's a pattern with you. Usually it is, by the way. It's some kind of instability. They're hot and cold, or they can't make up their fucking mind, and this, that, and the other. You're the one who did this, okay? You're the one who did this. And the idea is to understand how, right? Now, everybody's different. I can record audios till the end of time on my channel, but everybody's different. Everybody's belief system is different. Everybody's story is different. Everybody is just different. Keep in mind that my audios on my channel are general, right? As specific as they may sound to you, you still need coaching if you really want to change your life. Like, just parenthesis here. Because this is the reason why people listen to so many different videos and audios, or whatever it is. Well, mine are audios. I stand out like that because it's just easier for me. But watch so many videos on YouTube and still don't fucking get it. You know why? Because it's not personalized. You're not in coaching. You're just watching a general message. And some things may not apply to you, some may, but it's only in coaching that you are understanding how you created it and how to reverse engineer it. And that's real understanding. That's what real understanding does for you. Because some of you are experts at manifesting situations you don't want. Experts at manifesting third parties, and you on and on you go, and it's a miserable existence, and da 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 da, and all this kind of jazz. And meanwhile, the idea is to like look in the mirror and say, metaphorically and literally speaking, by the way, and say, how am I creating this? What am I doing? Because you are doing it. You are complaining, but there's no opponents in this game. You're the one creating it. So you're fighting. The fight is between you and you. You're the one creating the third party out of being insecure and expecting it, quite honestly. You expected it, you were fearful, and it was a manifestation of your consciousness. Nothing else is going on, like seriously nothing else. Which is why the over-glorifying of this problem is ridiculous, redundant, and fucking ridiculous. Seriously though, hear me loud and clear. So just the way that, again, don't know your situation, but going on general here, just the way you created that third party, or third parties plural, okay? You can command them out in the same manner you invited them in. Now, when I say command them out, don't get the wrong idea. You're not like screaming at them. You're not talking to them in person, okay? By the way, you're not doing any angry shit that you've been doing, which is why resentment and forgiveness and all these situations need to take place for a lot of you, because it comes with understanding that if you're the one who is creating it, there's nobody to resent, quite frankly. Okay. But commanding them out means this. In the same manner that you invited this situation in your life, somehow, some way, again, don't know your situation, the conversations that basically you were having with the universe, i.e. you, the creator of your reality, were such that it invited this conversation, or conversations plural, invited this situation that you so abhor into your life. It's a little bit funny, okay? It's a little bit funny. You created it and now you hate it, and you're blaming everybody under the sun, or you kind of like don't know what to do. Meanwhile, the only person who can command the situation out is you. But in the same manner that you had the conversation that I'm not worthy, I don't deserve being the only one, surely they will prefer somebody else, I'm not good enough, it's only a matter of time till they realize that I'm not good enough, and all this fucking stupid shit, okay? So in the same manner, the first things first is you need to change this conversation that you're having with the quantum field, quite frankly. Okay, the quantum field has fucking ears, okay? It's always picking up your messages. There are no secrets in the universe. Everything is out in the open. You think of somebody, boom, they call you. You start hating somebody, they start hating you. You start loving them, they start loving you. It just goes like that. It's fucking no opponents in the game, like I said. It's just echoing the entire fucking time, right? So, if you want to command them out of your life, just say, they're leaving them now. They're leaving the third party. They have decided that that's not what they prefer. They're lost all interest in anyone but me. I am the only one they want to be with for the rest of their life. They realized, first of all, nobody realized anything, but you're just commanding differently, you're just instructing differently, but let's just pretend in this theater of your mind game, which is what reality really is, you're instructing the universe to show you something different. And so if this is the dialogue that brings you what you want, which it will, then this is the dialogue that you need to have with the quantum field and say, they realize something happened. They realized I am the only one. Meanwhile, they've always been this way. Parenthesis here, okay? I am the only one they want to be with. Period, the end. Lost interest towards anyone. They don't even give a shit. It's a non-issue. Not in a desperate way, but in a knowing way. The name of the game is knowing. Just keep in mind, everything is knowing. Okay, and at some point I will record when I'm inspired. I will record this audio how to really pray. Not inspired yet. I'm like kind of writing down my notes, but really just the main kind of like explanation of how to really pray is to know that what you commanded has always been just for you to like push that button of like, this is what I want now. It's always there for your choosing. But to know that you commanded it into existence in your reality, that's how you pray. That you sat down and took the time to say, they're leaving them now, they've lost all interest, in a very confident way, not in a desperate, not crying, not begging, not doing all that fucking bullshit you used to do before. No, 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 no. Leave that to the amateurs. Okay, we're talking about professional magicianship here. Okay, they're leaving them now. And why? Because I said so. I had it completely reversed. I thought I didn't deserve them. I thought I didn't deserve their love. And this is why I created it. I am going to completely uncreate it, and everything's going to be on my terms once and for all. I'm tired of this shit. It's time to do it my way. Okay? Make it a non-issue. Again, if you're doing it with anger, oh, I hate this third party. Oh, and like comparing yourself to them or saying bad things about them, or, they don't have to be any less than for you to be the one for your SP. They don't. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. You're the one for them, period. Brad Pitt can come down from his jet and meet your SP if it's a girl, or I don't know. Who's the hottest chick right now? I think Margot Robbie is pretty beautiful, but you guys comment below. Let's just say Margot Robbie can come down from the jet and meet your man, and it still won't matter. They'll be like, I've got it made, babe. I'm with my baby over here. They literally they will not care about anybody. People can like literally for the sake of like extreme example can hang on their neck, and they still will be completely immune to that, completely untouched by that, not caring about anybody. You know what I mean? They will be glued to you because you have this confidence that I am the only one for them forever, for the rest of their life. That's it. I've decided. And walk around like you're the golden Buddha, pooping gold, okay? Like everything is fabulous about you. Everything is fabulous about you. And this guy or girl is like crazy, like ape shit crazy about you, about everything. Even the shit that kind of like is not so perfect about you, that too they like, especially because you're not perfect. That too they like. Okay? That's how you have to have it in your mind so that they have it in your mind. Does that make sense to everybody? And the other thing I really wanted to say is that you really should give them back their bullshit, meaning your SP. Right? So if they left you for for a third party, just say, no, don't cry. It doesn't work. Can I tell you, this crying bullshit and this sobbing bullshit and the what have I done wrong bullshit, it doesn't work. Like, just drop that shit already. Like, you're here to understand how it really works. I'm giving it to you, right? Because nobody's going to give it to you. Like, seriously, nobody's going to give it to you on the internet. Never, no, never. At best, you will get some mediocre dating coach bullshit advice to play hard to get and all this fucking crap. And I hate them, these dating coaches. Seriously, I looked at a couple of like videos. I'm like, no wonder like people are miserable. Anyway, in a very relaxed way, as much as you can be in the situation, calm, cool, collected, knowing you're the one, knowing you're the golden Buddha, somehow fucking gather your shit together and stop crying, because you just, I'm telling you, it's not going to work in your favor if you're going to be crying and feeling sorry for yourself. It's just not. Just stop wasting your fucking time. And say to them in their mind, okay, you left me for the third party. Well, That's how you operate. Nothing to do with me. That's your bullshit. I'm the golden Buddha. You're fucking confused is what you are. Okay? That's literally the conversation. In your mind, of course. You don't have to talk, and don't talk to them until you really kind of like adjusted yourself and shifted yourself in the parallel reality where this is actually going to come about. Don't hang it on yourself. Don't do that shit to yourself. Oh, what have I done wrong? Am I not beautiful enough? Am I not handsome enough? Don't I have enough money? No. Has nothing to do with anything. It's just magnetism. Magnetic people don't have to be the most beautiful people. Magnetic people are not the richest people. Hello, good morning, how are ya? It's just magnetism. They magnetize themselves towards what they want. That's what a magnetic person is. And how do they do it? They know that they're the golden Buddha and they're too busy creating their life in their mind, not bothering about the 3D and not bothering about what other people do, quite frankly. Yes, even USP. Temporarily, it could be a shit show. But you know what? In the next minute or the next day, things can change drastically. And the magnetic person knows that. So don't hang it on yourself. Don't blame it yourself. Give that for them to feel sorry about. You feel sorry about them walking away from you? You blaming yourself for that? That's ridiculous. Give that energy back to them. Let them be sorry that they left you. Do you understand what I'm teaching you, like metaphysics here? Give that energy back to them. You're not the one to cry. You're not the one to stress about it. They should be fucking stressed over it because they made a mistake. They made the wrong choice to go with somebody else instead of being with you. And that energy of regret, of self-blame that you're holding right now so dear to your heart will go back to them, as it should. As it should. They're the one that made the mistake. They're the one that made the wrong choice. They're the one that fucked up, quite frankly. Okay? Because even though it is your creation, you created it through the prism of your distorted beliefs, parenthesis here, of self-blame, insecurity, I'm not good enough, la 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 la. But ultimately, the creation is not for you. This is a distorted creation. It's not a genuine creation. Does that make sense? Energetically, you start making yourself right. No, I've got it going on. I've got my shit together. You're the one who fucked up. No, I had it in reverse before, but now I really see. I can see clearly now. It's like that song. And I'm not going to sing right now because, anyway. But thank you for the compliments on my singing. Yes, thank you. If you just have this confidence that it's completely unavoidable for them to realize, because you've instructed them, parenthesis here, to realize that you're the one, you, parenthesis here still, you're the one who created in a not in a very coherent way. Let's just be very gentle and polite. Not in a very coherent way. But now that you realize what has been going on, and chances are, if you're in coaching with me, you will definitely understand that it's unavoidable for them, not only to come back, but to beg for your forgiveness till the end of motherfucking time. You know, when people fuck up, and do something like this, like leave you for somebody else or, you know, run around and hot and cold and don't treat you very nice, period. The energy goes somewhere. You're the one holding the energy, like I said. But when you give it back to them and say, no, it's not my fault that you're treating me this way. Yes, it's my creation, but I don't deserve it. Okay, kind of deal. The person gets that message energetically and realizes when you treat yourself nicely, when you start going about it in this way, and start treating yourself nicely in the sense also, not just in the physicality, but in the mind, accepting only the best and not blaming yourself for what happened so much, or not at all, actually, because blame, doesn't get you anywhere. It's just a creation. They get this energetic message of like, holy shit, bananas. I have fucked up majorly. I don't know how this person tolerated this. Everything kind of turns around in your favor because you gave yourself the credit for being that marvelous golden Buddha. And now they look ridiculous, energetically and in the 3D, quite frankly. And the energy of that regret and of that, blame, self-blame, which they were supposed to be the one who, would blame themselves and feel sorry about their actions that were not very nice towards you. That is kind of like, you fucked up majorly. I'm giving you back your bullshit, and now you're making it up to me for the rest of the motherfucking life. Till your dying breath, you will be completely making it up to me, licking jam off my toes, anything I ask you to do. You will beg for my forgiveness. You will do anything I say to you in a nice manner. Of course, you're not going to abuse anybody or anything like that, but you're going to make things right, okay? So in a sense, honestly, this is a good thing that happened. Just turn it around and make the best of it. That they did this and they treated you, but now you got to realize your self-worth, right? Without it, maybe you wouldn't have. And without this channel, parenthesis here, kidding, not kidding, you wouldn't have this perspective, okay? So even the fact that this situation happened is of benefit to you, because this person will be glued to you for the rest of their life, apologizing and making it up to you, because you changed your mind about yourself and you really turned it around. Even the shittiest of shit that you perceived at the time, that was shitty, you managed to turn it around in your favor. Because yes, you should always turn things around in your favor. Use everything to your advantage, even the fact that they left you, okay? It's almost like, I'm trying to come up with words. It's almost like when somebody really fucks up and they kind of owe you a bunch of money. Like, you owe me $1 billion right now. You should feel elated. You should be like, oh my God, this is a beautiful, beautiful situation. I'm going to turn this around in my favor completely once I get my shit together and get in coaching with Anna, parenthesis here. And then build up your self-concept, as everybody loves to call it. I call it self-confidence, to really understand that you're worth a lot more than what has happened thus far. That there is no point in blaming yourself. There is no point in crying. There is, however, a lot of reservoirs of opportunity in a situation like this to get to know yourself all over again. And like I said, turn it around in your favor. But it's the confidence that everybody speaks of to me in my coaching, and they ask me, well, you're so confident, and I hear your audios and they're, you're so confident. Well, that's the game. This is the game, the name of the game, the knowing that what you command now, what you command universe to deliver, and how you position yourself and how you rewrite the story, how you reconstruct it completely to your liking. That's the confidence. And that's what I teach in my coaching. Thank you very much for listening. All the information from me is below. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.